What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good Monday to you, and we're talking Coach Prime and NFL Draft 2025. He had something to say about that. Make sure you like the video and leave a comment. We hadn't talked about Coach Prime in a while. Well, he was on a podcast this past Friday called $1 Million Worth of Game, and he said that both his star players, one, which is his son, quarterback Shedeur Sanders, and cornerback / wide receiver Travis Hunter, there's some certain cities that they're not going to when it's time for the NFL Draft 2025 to come around. He also said that it's going to be an Eli. If you don't know what Eli is, that is Eli Manning. When he was in the draft, his father, Archie Manning, basically told the then San Diego Chargers that they shouldn't draft him. Don't draft Eli. If you draft him, we're not coming. Well, the Chargers would draft Eli, but they already had a trick up their sleeve. They traded him to the New York Giants, and the rest is history. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime has already said that he doesn't want his son playing in cold weather. And on Friday, on that same podcast, there are certain cities that he feel like is a good fit for his son's Shedeur. Mentioning San Francisco, Dallas, Washington, and Baltimore as possible landing spots. So again, Coach Prime said he's believed that Travis Hunter and Shedeur, they're going to be selected among the top 4 picks in the NFL Draft 2025. And with one of those 2 players, he believes is going to go number 1. So again, Coach Prime is already putting it out there to these 32 NFL teams. Don't come calling, don't come knocking, because if it's a city that we ain't trying to go to, if it's a cold city, we're not coming. I recall a story Coach Prime talked about during his time when he was going to be drafted. I think he had to meet, I can't remember which team it was. I believe it may have been Detroit, and he said they called him in, and they had this big book or something that of players or something they wanted him to go through or something. And he asked them where were they picking, and they told him. He said, you know what? I ain't gonna even be around that long. He said, y'all wasting y'all time, and he walked out. And that's Coach Prime. So he pretty much already told, at that time he told Detroit, y'all not gonna pick me because I ain't gonna be around. Well, this time he wants to control. Somewhat control where his 2 star players going. And I mean, we've seen this before. Again, John Elway was the first to do this when he refused to go play for Baltimore and would say that if they did pick him, that he would go play baseball. And as the story ended up, you saw what happened. John Elway ended up in Denver. So I guess the landscape has changed. You're probably going to see a whole lot more of this where head coaches or the family members or agents of these college athletes, they're gonna try to already set the standard or set whatever they want, the precedent for, like, look, this is what we want, this is where we going, and if you pick us or whatever NFL team, if it's not a team they want to go to, then they either gonna say we're not going, and or they figure something else out. Is this a good or bad thing for professional athletics? I don't see it as either one. I just see it's the cost of doing business. That's where I see it. So those teams that think if you're in a cold city, you think you're gonna get Shedeur, it ain't happening. So don't even waste your time. That's what I would say. And again, it's the cost of doing business. So we'll see what happens. I'd like to know what you guys think about Coach Prime. And he's already setting the parameters for the NFL Draft 2025. I'd like to know your thoughts on that. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, hit that follow button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I am Kendrick, the sports guy. We will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Peace.